Hello, and welcome to the latest edition of GC360 for this semester. I'm Hunter Marks.
And I'm Brooke Wallace on this edition of GC360.
The heartbreaking story of a Milledgeville boy with struggling disease that's so rare you've probably never heard of it.
It wheels up on the College Roller Derby Club. You may be surprised about how these women think about their sport.
And the Georgia College Wellness Center is making strides to aid recovering cancer patients.
All this and more on GC360.
Today, we bring you a story about a young boy struggling for survival right here in Milledgeville. Kayla Deach spoke with his biggest supporters to learn about his illness and what we can do to help.
At first glance, Camden Sanders is just your everyday 8-year-old boy. However, on the inside, Camden's body is at war with a cell-damaging disease called cystinosis that has brought him into the third stage of renal failure. It's not the question of will Camden need a kidney transplant, but when. Camden's father struggles daily to emotionally and financially support his son in his fight for life.
He was diagnosed at the age of 4 with a disease called cystinosis. It's only 400 to 500 cases in the U.S. He takes roughly 400 to 500 pills per month, 9 medicines per day. The medicine that he takes is so foul tasting we had to have a stomach tube put in called the Mickey. And all of his medicines go through there. Here we go, pushing it in. As you can tell, it goes in pretty quick. And I got 10% or 15 cc's of clean applesauce behind it. Then once I get that, then I flush it with 10 cc's of, or actually 5 cc's of clean water.
Ready? I will count to 3, I promise you.
You know, it's really hard to see your kid go through this type of stuff, and some mornings he gets up and dry heaves for 4 or 5 minutes, and it's really hard.
I actually met Camden several years ago. I did his birthday party, and I guess a couple years later, after that, I talked to John. Me and John sat down. We said, hey, how can we raise some more money? This is our second attempt, December 7th at 7 o'clock over at the Plaza in Eatonton. We're going to be doing a huge show. It's going to be my new show, Deja Vu, which is where we actually make a car appear on stage. Thank you, Louis Heron. And we're also going to be doing some stuff like making people disappear. The whole show is based on dreams and dreams versus reality. And really the whole focus of the show, though, is to help make cystinosis disappear. The Foundation's whole philosophy is let's take a little and make it into a lot. Take your dimes, your quarters, your nickels, bring them to the show. We'll have a little bucket there, stick them all in there, because a little bit adds up to a whole lot.
Right now we've got him pretty well stabilized. He's in stage 3 renal failure, and I've held him there for 4 years, and as long as he stays there, he's fine. But once the creatinine level starts rising, usually that means the kidneys are failing pretty quick, and it will go up quickly.
We gripe and moan about stuff like a stumped toe or a headache, or because we didn't get sat at a restaurant on time. And this kid every single day is having to deal with taking over 400 meds a month, having to take all this liquid medication a month just to sustain his life. So we don't really have anything to complain about.
And overall, he's a normal kid other than the disease. He's a normal 8-year-old little brat. He's spoiled. Even on his bad days, he can still put a smile on your face.
To help, you can donate at helpcamdenfindacure.com.
My name is Camden. Can you help me find a cure for cystinosis? Merry Christmas!
For GC360, I'm Kayla Deach.
Finals week is almost here, and panic may have set in for some of you. But there is one resource on campus that can still help. Betsy Lamb takes us to the Learning Center.
With exams just around the corner, the Georgia College Learning Center is a student's key to success by providing academic support in math, science, and economic courses of the core curriculum. The Learning Center is well staffed with highly qualified students who provide academic mentoring. Qualified students possess at least a 3.5 overall GPA, but most importantly, have a strong desire to help you succeed.
Well, it's interesting because, I've been a pretty good student throughout college, so coming here and being able to help certain students that aren't having as easy a time as I did throughout school is nice because they'll come in with their questions, and most of the time I can help them, but if I can't, I can refer them to other tutors.
These services are available to any Georgia College enrolled student free of charge.
It's a huge investment on the part of our campus to make sure our students are academically supported. It's part of your fees.
During final season, the Learning Center gets a little busier.
Most students come in around test time, so they can get more help to do better on tests. So when finals come up, since they're the biggest tests, a lot of students come in. We have loads of students come in for me, chemistry and biology and other subjects.
And the Learning Center is ready for the madness.
We increase our load, we increase our hours, and we have extra tutors who come in to help too. We also use small group learning collaborative opportunities. One student might lean over and help another student do something which just reinforces their learning, so it's perfect.
Yes, I feel like if I came here earlier, I would have gotten way better grades.
So take advantage of this important tool and stop by the Learning Center this week and next to get a little extra help just in time for finals. For GC360, I'm Betsy Lamb.
Social media may provide us with the means of publicly flaunting our lives, but it can also help you find a job. Lizzie Miller is here to tell us about LinkedIn and how it can improve your chances for success in the professional world.
LinkedIn is a website that allows anyone looking for a job or career to network themselves. As our professors are constantly telling us, networking is the key to our future success. It's not about who you know, but who knows you. It is important for college students to realize it's never too late to start making smart business connections. Before you know it, it'll be graduation day and you'll be out on your own looking for a job. So use all the resources offered to you now while you're in college. Are students here at Georgia College aware of LinkedIn and how to use it effectively?
I'm too busy to deal with another social networking website as of right now. You got Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all those stuff, and throwing another one into the mix is too much on my plate with schoolwork and activities.
Well, I signed up from someone I worked with, and so I thought that was really helpful to be able to connect with all different people in different jobs. And I'm looking into doing the Disney College program, so I look through that and try to find Disney Imagineers and stuff like that, just to make connections with those kind of people.
I think that LinkedIn is stupid, and it will never compare to social networks like Facebook.
LinkedIn gives you a real connection, and the thing I like about LinkedIn is that it's very professional. It links you to a professional person, and by linking with them, you become linked in with their associates. And what it doesn't have is the problems that come with Facebook posting, semi-nude Facebook posting, smart aleck tweets, and that sort of thing. The negative things that go with social media that people are looking for now, but LinkedIn is all positive. One of the things that I like to do is bring in guests from the real world. They're sort of emissaries from another land. They come in and they tell my students what jobs are available, how to get internships, how to get jobs. It's very practical. And they also talked about how they handled their careers. The best thing is that every guest I brought in has been willing to let the students connect with them on LinkedIn. And so that gives the students a pipeline into the real world when they're looking for an internship or a job. So it's a very practical connection with people who can actually help them find a good job or a good internship.
Well, I look online for job interviews, and then it's not going so well because I don't have a job right now. So maybe, I guess, if I got a LinkedIn account, I could get a job.
The time to start networking yourself is now. So use all the resources provided for you to assure your future success. For GC360, I'm Lizzie Miller.
When we come back, Milledgeville runs for a police officer, and who made this Ultimate Sacrifice.
A November competition challenged a Georgia College group to create a short film in just 3 days. Since that 48-hour film festival, a few members of the group have formed together and named themselves Blacklight Films. Recently, Blacklight Films entered a Doritos competition called Crash the Super Bowl. The competition allows applicants to submit up to 10 original Doritos commercials for a chance to win $1 million and have the commercial air during the 2014 Super Bowl. The team created 6 commercials for the competition, which Americans nationwide are voting on at Doritos.com. Submissions for the competition are now closed, and semi-finalists of the competition will be announced Wednesday night. Also tonight, Terrell Hall will host 3 showings of the 48-hour film festival, Short Roach, beginning at 5 p.m.
As most students wrap up finals week and look forward to winter break, some of you will be donning the cap and gown and receiving your diplomas. Winter graduation will take place on December 14th at 1 p.m. It will be held in the Centennial Center. GC360 wishes you all the best of luck as you move on to the next stage of your life.
The North Baldwin Fire Station held its annual Will Robinson 5K and Fun Run the weekend before Thanksgiving break. The event is held every year in honor of a fallen police officer who died on duty during the mid-90s. Reporter Kyle Shanahan brings us the story.
Residents from across Baldwin County came out the morning of November 23rd to participate in the 18th annual Will Robinson Memorial Run. Held at the North Baldwin Fire Department, this yearly 5K and Fun Run drew participants ranging from Baldwin residents to students from Georgia Military College and Georgia College. The event is held in memory of Baldwin police officer Will Robinson, who was killed during a routine traffic stop in 1995. Will Robinson's own father was there to commemorate the event and to provide the countdown at the start of the race.
Runners on your mark, get set, go!
The race may have been brief, but it was an excellent opportunity for people to get up and out to remember the promising young man who perished in the line of duty. Awards were given out for the best runners in each age class. Participants in this race ranged from teenagers to senior citizens. 16-year-old Patrick Lewis, a student at Georgia Military College, came in first overall in the entire race. The Will Robinson Memorial Run happens every year in late fall. More information can be found on the website for Baldwin County Sheriff's Office. Reporting for GC360, this is Kyle Shanahan.
When we come back, a hidden gem or a dangerous game? Nick Landon brings us our last sports update of the semester and a special in-studio interview with this week's Athlete of the Week. Nick Landon is taking us to the rink to check out a contact sport you might not know exists on campus.
Georgia College's best-kept secret, the Bobcats Roller Derby Club, was nice enough to let us come watch one of their practices and speak to their athletes about the sport.
The Roller Derby Club is basically learning all the basics of roller derby. So you come in, you don't have to know how to skate at all. I will gladly teach you. I love teaching people how to skate because everybody thinks, oh, I can't do this. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Totally can. But it's just learning how to fall, learning all the stops, learning how to be very comfortable on your skates and doing crazy stuff on it and be completely comfortable.
Despite roller derby's aggressive nature, the Derby Club at Georgia College is more laid back and welcoming to beginners.
So at first we're just really learning basic skills, how to skate, right position, that kind of thing. We learn how to stop, how to fall, and that's the first 2 months of what we do really.
And then we do some stops. We have plow stop and T-stop and pivot stop. So those are the 3 main ones. Pivot stops when you go backwards. T-stops when you put one leg behind the other. You just hope to stop.
It's different in that it's very it's a hard-hitting sport, but it's, at the end of the day, like, you're all gonna be like best friends.
I say get involved because, for one, it's a great form of exercise. And you just build a lot of relationships with people. You have so much fun getting to know them. It's very good. It's a team sport, so you're not doing it by yourself.
So if you're interested, come out to the Wellness Center and get your derby on.
Yeah, I mean, guys, girls, does not matter. Like, we will gladly take people. They just saw behind me, didn't they?
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's roll it on back to the studio to talk to our athlete of the week, junior forward for the Lady Bobcats basketball team, Anisha Donley. All right, Anisha Donley is leading the Peach Belt Conference in field goal percentage right now. Tell us a little bit about that. You make a lot of shots when you take them, so.
Yeah, so I like to say that it has to do a lot with my coaches. We have individuals where we get to take a lot of shots that I'll be practicing in the game, so it has to do with a lot of repetition and a lot of just muscle memory and form shooting, so big shout out to them because it's definitely working.
I hear you. So you guys are off to a hot 5-0 start, just beat a conference rival last night. You got another conference game this weekend. Tell us what you're doing to prepare for that game.
This week pretty much is just film and definitely mental practices because it is coming up on finals week, so they want us to be focused but also ready to play this game. It is conference, so it counts a lot, so practice will be intense but very mentally so that we can be there.
Absolutely. So you're a junior. You've been here all your whole college career. So tell me how the team's grown since you first showed up.
The team's grown so much, very much. As a whole, we have a lot of just chemistry on the court, just in general as well outside. It's great just to have that momentum going on and off the court. It's honestly a great feeling.
Oh yeah, I hear you. So tell us a little about. You mentioned it before. You got finals coming up. And you got a big conference game. Just a couple of days before they start. What's it like to be a student athlete and still have to worry about finals and all that sort of thing?
Honestly, we're not any different than any other student here. We do a lot of this different stuff. Actually, not having games this week definitely helps out, but we'll be doing just like any other student, drinking coffee, all-nighters, all that good stuff. So.
Oh yeah. So how are you preparing for finals yourself?
Well, right now, I haven't really prepared. I've been sleeping a lot, so I guess catching up on sleep that I'll be missing during finals week is what I'm preparing for so far.
Good idea. All right, guys. Thank you, Anisha, for being on the show with us. Good luck to you guys coming up this weekend.
Thank you very much.
All right, another local sports news. The Georgia Military College football team is headed to the National Junior College Athletic Association Championship December 8th in Mississippi. I had a chance to sit down with head coach Burt Williams and members of the team to talk about their overall success. Milledgeville's own Georgia Military College is on top of the junior college football world right now. Ranked number 1 in the nation and slated to play East Mississippi December 8th for the national title, the GMC Bulldogs are ecstatic, but focused.
It's great, dog. I've never felt anything like this. Number 1 team in the nation, We got a lot to prove, though. We're undefeated right now, but we really work hard for it, throughout the summer, working extremely hard, doing hills, sprints, working out, everything. So, I feel like we deserve it.
You don't get a whole lot of ego, to be honest with you. In football, you're only as good as your last game, and what people think of you'll be determined by your next game. So it's kind of you got to produce each week, and even going through the season, we didn't really talk about championship. We talked about taking care of the challenge that was in front of us that week, and when guys start talking about things, guys, that you can't get to that point if you don't take care of this step. So let's focus on this step, and we'll worry about that other stuff when we get there. So, I never even talked about national championship until this week at practice.
Don't let the junior in junior college fool you. The physicality that the Bulldogs bring to the table is none short of what a bigger school has.
People mistakenly think of junior college as a minor league of football. It's not necessarily true. I mean, the vast majority of these athletes here, not just in football, but in a lot of the other sports that we have, will be playing at a Division I school somewhere. You come to a junior college to play, and that's why people recruit out of here.
This is the 3rd time the Bulldogs have made it to the national championship in 11 years, a true testament to their dominance as a team.
Head athletic trainer Paul Mills attributes a lot of the team's success to the military college's cadet corps.
5:30 every morning, you're out of the rack and in formation before breakfast. You have breakfast, and as soon as you get done with breakfast, you go to class. Most students are in class all day long until practice time, and they practice football. Leave football practice, go straight to dinner. Leave dinner, go straight to formation again. Leave formation, go straight to study hall. Leave study hall and go to bed. The Cadet Corps builds character, and that's what it's intended to do, and it serves that purpose very well.
The athletes, of course, don't love the routine, but they agree that the discipline and structure makes them better young men and better teammates.
It makes us who we are. Makes us more disciplined on the field and off the field.
Yeah, that's the military life, but it's memorable, man. It gives you discipline and structure. It helps make you become a man a lot faster than what you. Yeah. So, because like most of us come from schools where we had a little trouble and whatnot, and the GMC really helps us give us discipline and structure to help us, better those things and become somebody that you never thought you'd be.
The Bulldogs are en route to the national title, and you can expect more from them next year. Reporting for GC360, this is Nick Landon.
All right, guys, the semester is coming to a close, so that means basketball season is starting to heat up. Your Georgia College women's basketball team is off to their best start in 5 seasons as they defeated Peach Belt opponent Francis Marion last night 69-58. The Bobcats now 5-0 to start the year and are the only undefeated team left in the conference. Senior Brandy McKinney led the team for the 4th time this season with 18 points and her first career double-double with 10 rebounds. The Lady Bobcats will look to continue to improve on their early season success during the winter break on December 16th versus Anderson at the Centennial Center. As for the Bobcats men's basketball team, they also defeated Francis Marion last night in their first conference matchup, 71-60. The Bobcats used a strong second half and 21 points from sophomore guard Terrell Harris. Laurentis Thomas also added a double-double with 13 points and 11 rebounds in the effort. The Bobcats, now 3-1 overall, are back in action December 7th at Georgia Southwestern. The Dogs beat the Yellow Jackets in a double overtime thriller, 41-34, last Saturday in their bitter rivalry matchup to end the regular seasons. Conference champions and BCS Bowls are up for grabs this weekend, so there's sure to be a little more controversy in the final year of the Bowl Championship Series. Thank goodness for the pending playoff system next season. Came a year too late. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nick. When we come back, as holidays are approaching, Georgia College is celebrating life and survival.
More when we come back. The Wellness Center has been making a difference with their Survive and Thrive program. As a personal training course for cancer survivors, this program provides a helping hand for those dealing with the side effects of cancer. Reporter Nick Burgess brings us the story.
Around the Wellness Center, you may see some people that are a little older than college age. Who are these people? They're cancer survivors. The Wellness Center's program, Survive and Thrive, is a personal training course designed to stave off the side effects of cancer treatment, both physically and emotionally.
You will benefit physically from it, but you also benefit mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. And we are just a real close-knit group here, and so it's more than just physical exercise. We've developed strong bonds here, and so it's a support group too.
The best part about this program? It's free.
Well, I love it. Number one, it's free, and we get personal trainers for free, and we developed wonderful relationships with these college students.
The classes are run by Georgia College graduate assistant Drew Huggins.
And once they get cleared with their physician, we establish a personalized exercise program to their abilities, and it can start from anything very basic to just sitting exercises, and as they progress, we will progress their exercises according to their abilities. Laura Childs is the one who establishes all the exercise programs for them. I help instruct the exercises, and there's a group of the exercise science, athletic training, and I believe nursing students that will come in and do some practicum and clinical hours that will help. They do some of their observations and help with the training.
This program is a big step towards the university giving back to the Milledgeville community. For GC360, I'm Nick Burgess.
The Georgia College Community Dance Program will present its 17th annual performance of the Nutcracker next week. The program's biggest performance of the season involves over 200 dancers, ages 3 through adult. This year's performance will be like no other, featuring a professional Disney dancer from Milledgeville, Luke King, as the Snow King. This year's show also features an Arabian-style dance involving a few Georgia College rugby players. Georgia College Director of Dance Amelia Pelton choreographed the ballet to the score composed in 1895 by Tchaikovsky. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit gcsu.com.
On November 25th, the Alpha Psi Omega Theater fraternity headed to the basement of Blackbird Coffee and brought holiday-themed cards with them. Anyone who visited the coffee shop could use these cards to write thoughtful, personalized messages to the women and men deployed overseas. These letters were written in hopes to inspire those who sacrifice not only their minds and bodies for our country, but also their time with their families so that students like us can spend the holidays this season with ours. The letters APO collects will be delivered randomly to soldiers so that they may know how much Georgia College appreciates their service.
This Thursday, Georgia College will come together to hang the greens. The annual tradition celebrates various holidays, including Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, and the winter solstice. Student groups host tables explaining and celebrating each holiday with food and traditional activities. This event will start at 7:30 on Thursday night. And that's it for us today.
And for the semester.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Hunter Marks. You stay classy, Georgia College.
And I'm Brooke Wallace. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at GC360 News.